Crazy. Well, I was thirsty. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Hey,
All right. Question is, we
hold on, brother. I'm on the way.
I'm talking about on the YouTube.
Son of a.
Why you not popping up? Where you at? Why are you not popping up? What's the question? Switch to this week. Let's see if that works. See if that works. All right, in business. That did work. What's this? I need this to stand up. All right. Can you hear me?
I hear you, dog.
All right, make sure I can hear you. All right, let's see what I'm gonna sound like if I use.
Man, I couldn't find that bills you sent me. Maybe I have to. I don't know. I don't know what I can find, but
Oh no. Hold on. So I will. What I will do for you, sir, my good sir, is I'll have to send it over to you in a couple of pictures
I got you. I got you.
because that bill was kind of stolen.
I bet. Bet.
And,
I got you.
and it wasn't. I didn't get it from a YouTube video.
I got you.
So
You should have seen me over here looking for it. Why am I so loud, bro?
all right, that sounds 10 times better through my AirPod. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool beans. Okay. Well, what out? What we'll do is before we get started is go ahead and send this out. And then one, oh, here it is. And send it to Pops. I know Pops will probably be asleep though by the time this gets started. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. All right. That right there was all right. Whew. I don't have my read, but it's okay. That's in my book bag. Yo.
Brother man.
Yo, man. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to hide back this smile. I don't want to be cheesing the entire time we're doing the show.
Cause I'm finna Ain't no hiding it.
Ain't no hiding it. It's been, when's the last time we had? We did
months.
July? Says, the last one says streamed 2 months ago, which was episode 35. Yeah, 2 months ago. Yeah. Needless to say, it's been forever. It had to be because we didn't do. I don't think we did a preseason football one, did we?
Nah, we didn't. I think we got I think we started rapping about it, but I don't think we really got
I think we got to the draft. I think that was it. Yeah, I think the last time we was on here was the NFL draft.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, needless to say, it's been far too long. Far too long. Sure. Definitely miss doing this.
That's a fact.
Schedule conflicts, life, work, everything came in between. But guess what?
We back.
The main thing is we back.
We back.
The main thing is we back. Thank the Lord. It's been way too long. And between me traveling, getting here to Dallas, birthday and all that, I don't even have a script. I don't even have notes.
We're gonna wing it.
I'm just excited to be doing this.
That's a
back with my brother. Yes, back with Rio the God, especially, I think it was the last time I saw you was hooping.
Yeah, we hoop. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, speaking of hooping, before we get into anything, so JC came down to Charlotte, and for the birthday dinner, and so he was asking, trying to find a place to hoop. I said, of course. So I looked it up. Carolina Courts is actually back open.
That's a fact.
Did not know that. So, and it was open that day, Saturday too, from 1 to 7. So we was able to go get a couple of runs in. We head out to Carolina Courts. We played a couple of, what's that game called? Minnesota, waiting on people to come in. So a couple of people finally came in. On the team, it was JC, Rod, Traylon, myself, And who was the fifth? JC, Rod, Traylon, myself. JC, Rod, Traylon, myself. Who was the fifth? Oh, we picked up fifth. We picked up as random.
Okay.
We go against these young dudes, right? Busted our ass. This light-skinned dude, he had a man bun. He had a hot top.
Yeah.
He had a hot top fade man bun. So all this was faded.
Mm-hmm.
Man bun on top. They was all, I want to say, the average height of that team. They all knew each other, of course. Average height of that team was maybe like 6'1", 6'2". Man bun was maybe a 5'11", 6 foot even, maybe. So I was guarding him to start off the game. And he was chilling. And so they started running fast breaks. The dude JC Garden on the fast break, he didn't even drive to the rim. He stopped baseline midi every time. Like he ran to the baseline.
Oh, he's working on his game.
And stopped at maybe 15 feet away.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah, he was working out.
Cash. Then Man Bun had to go. I mean, he was pulling deep. He was pulling from dumb deep, and the form was pure. Pure as it can be. They had a lefty who had kind of a janky jump shot, but it was cash. It didn't matter. And white dude cash from three, it didn't matter. And so we ended up playing them. We played like 2 games full court. Then a couple people left, so we had to play 4 as half court. So I ended up guarding Man Bun again. You know, he was chilling first couple of games. He was like, I'm gonna just chill out. And so I think like midway through the game, he ends up hitting a 3 in my face. Traylon was like, let me guard that. JC said, it don't matter who guarding that, first of all. It doesn't matter who guarding that, first of all. It doesn't matter who in front of him. He's feeling it, right? He hit 1 3 and he was like, I'm hot. But he wasn't talking smack. He was telling his team. He was telling his team. He's like, I'm feeling it. I'm hot. And so that's when Trey was like, switch, I got it. That boy gave Traylon some of the toughest buckets. And so Traylon started guarding up high. So he was just blowing past with ease. Blowing past. Filet layups to the rim, Euro stepping, hop stepping, everything. So that was my thing. My thing was I knew from how short his shorts were and how thick his calves were that he's explosive, that he can get to the rim if he wants to. So I figured I might as well keep it on perimeter. I'm not trying to right. I'm not trying to exert no energy. Hopefully I can close out, make a miss a couple times, which I did.
Right.
You know, let him work on whatever he's trying to work on. If he's trying to work on his team, let him work on his team. Traylon said, no, I'm going to start playing tough defense, all up in his face. Blowing past him, step backs. He opened up the entire bag and started talking shit to Traylon. Like, he opened the entire bag. I was like, Lord. See, this is why me and him had to understand it. We gonna float on the perimeter, you know. If I close out and make you miss, I close out and make you miss. But we ain't gonna do no more than that.
Work on your game, brother. We good.
Yeah. I'm 29 years old. I ain't trying to prove a damn thing. I pay taxes. I got 401k. I got to go to work in a couple of days, and this game ain't gonna mean nothing to me.
Exactly.
So he ends up giving Traylon buckets. Dude who was guarding JC, you met JC before.
Yeah.
6'7", about 350, dude big. Dude was maybe about a couple inches shorter than JC, about 6'5", maybe 260, 270. And during the checkup, JC was like, "Hey, how old are you guys?" The dude who JC was guarding, the 6'5" dude, I'm 15.
Boy, get the fuck. Excuse my French, Jesus. You what?
The lefty that was about 6'3", I'm 15 too.
You boys in high school, man.
And then Man Bun was like, "Yeah, I just turned 17." I said, "Oh, so y'all two can't even drive. Y'all had to catch a ride with him." Like,
Y'all boy, the boy just hit varsity.
y'all boys had to catch a ride with him. And he just started driving. The legal age to get your license in North Carolina is 16.
Right.
He just turned 17. He just started driving.
He just got the whip.
He just got in the whip. And y'all in the passenger seat, the back seat, because y'all can't even drive.
Look, going everywhere.
And he ain't going nowhere but the court.
that to the mall.
Yeah. So
what you say?
I'm looking around,
I'm
man.
15.
I'm 15. Bro, ain't no way you 15. You telling me you just got to high school. That's what you're telling me. Out here hooping like this?
Yeah, bro.
Real. Out here hooping like this? 15 years old, man. I was in my room beating my meat. I ain't going hooping like this. I'm Rio. I won't hooping like that, Rio. I'm the most. Who learns how to shoot a mid range at 15?
League bound players.
At 15.
Yeah, league bound.
6'5", 250 already. You 15.
First of all, you playing the wrong sport. You need to be on the gridiron at 6'5", 250. Somebody tight end or left tackle. Defensive end.
Crazy part about it was he didn't have no big man bone in him. Dude was running the fast break by himself.
Straight guard. Straight guard.
Stop Hezzy at the top of the key, ran to the baseline, mid range. I'm like,
yeah, Slim was at practice. Slim was at whole practice.
And went 5 for 5. Like he didn't miss. That's the best part, you know. He didn't miss from that spot.
Young boy was efficient. Yeah, he was in his Duffy. That's crazy.
Man, so we get done with the game, right? We all know where we stand at for the most part. Rod, JC, and I know where we stand at. Man, all of them got kids. I'm just trying to get home to my birthday dinner in one piece, right? Because one wrong fall is over for me. I'm out for the whole week. Traylon was like, "Hey, run me my 1v1." So I look around, right? Because I'm playing Rod 1v1.
Right.
At this time. We packing up. Rod was like, "Run me my 1v1." I was like, "Cool, let's go. Game of 7." So he said that. I'm looking around. I'm like, "Shoot, well, it's like 6'3" right now. You got next?" He was talking to Man Bun.
Oh no, he wilding.
Man Bun didn't even acknowledge him the first time he said it. Because he was over there playing Big Boy 15 at 1v1 down
yeah.
Giving him fits. So I already knew what time it was because dude was rocking. Man Bun was rocking. Hold on. Let me make sure I got these shoes straight. Let's see. One of these shoes, and I think it's this one. Man Bun was rocking the Kyrie. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this shoe right. Man Bun was rocking the Kyrie ones. And he looked like he ain't traded. He looked like he ain't had them shoes since the Kyrie ones came out. And them things was falling apart real. And that's how I knew. That's how I knew. Like, on the other side of the court, everybody rocking the new LaMelos,
Right.
Kobe sixes. This man got the Kyrie ones out.
Yeah, he didn't put in the work.
Bro, busted and disgusted. And I don't know how they still had grip on him. That must have been his indoor shoes. He ain't never played outside of those. Real. You know, he got the man bun, the Kyrie's short shorts. They look like boxers at this point in time. I don't know what these boys get these shorts from.
I don't know what they doing with this shit. Son, you might as well just, bro. Go ahead, bro. They make longer shorts.
He looked like a whole my player because he had the earring that like dangle. It's like the drop down with the cross.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
Like, I know he's not talking to Man Bun on this 1v1. Man Bun walked down the court. We just JC, Rod, and I are like on the sideline watching. We putting on our shoes and flip flops, and like 5 minutes go by, maybe 7 minutes go by, 10 at the most. We like, what score? Man Bun hit one shot. He said that's game.
Damn.
I said, oh, y'all gonna run it back? He was like, no, that was 5-0 skunk twice. We missed all that. We missed every single last day. Every single. What?
That nigga said twice. Oh my!
Twice.
Get off the
court. They
court.
played 2 games
in a matter of 10 minutes, at the most. Leave these kids alone, man. Leave these children alone, man.
So I ain't got nothing to prove to him. I ain't got nothing to prove to him. I'm good. And that's the thing. That's the thing, man. That situation right there. You know what that situation reminded me of?
What's that?
That situation reminded me of the conversation we had when we was playing volleyball, and Traylon was like, "I'm about to go out there to that 1v1 with Destroying," and I said, "These young boys ain't like how we used to be, Traylon. They got trainers. They got all this access to YouTube videos, different type of activities, different type of camps. Like there are more and more people putting on more camps that are affordable for kids, right? Back when we were younger,
that
in high school, it was getting the camps. It was so expensive.
It was unrealistic.
Now you have.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, you had when we were younger. All the basketball camps were run by all the superstars, so they were expensive. Right. Now you have lower tier players who run basketball camps, and it's not as expensive. Right? I don't even think LaMelo's camp is expensive out there in Charlotte, and so kids are more accessible to more training, more camps, more videos, and they're putting in for whatever reason it is. I'm not saying the generation we didn't put in the amount of work, but it's like this is all they do. Mm-hmm. This is it. Mm-hmm. This is it. And them boys different.
Because them boys lock in on one sport. You dig what I'm saying? You know, back then we didn't. We go play football. Yeah, I mean we do different stuff. These boys lock in on one sport and that's it. Yeah, I mean that's just what it is. You in that same sport, you in that countless hours. They got gyms they can go to at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and practice before they go to school. During school, they still practicing because they ain't really going to school for real. Or they get out of school and they write too, and they in there for another 4 or 5 hours. You know what I mean? And they literally get that one-on-one. They get what we didn't get, dog. And like we talked about, man, it'll take even with me being a former athlete, bro, at the collegiate level, it would take me a year to even of consistency to even feel remotely close to probably I probably feel like I'll probably be like 75% max in a year. Maybe less than that, honestly, being realistic. Maybe even like 50%. Because I feel like I have to go to another level just to compete how I would want to compete, not to just get by. I ain't trying to get by because once I go out there, it's more than getting by. I mean, I might hit a proof point, but yeah, we had that talk, bro. Yeah, 8 months, man, that ain't enough.
That ain't enough. And that's not enough because think about it. let's say, all right, Trey Lance, we give you those 8 months. That doesn't mean that those other young boys are taking 8 months off.
Facts.
so,
Facts.
so while you doing your hyperbolic Tom Taylor, doing your grinding, your training for 8 months, they're still getting better. They're still in there doing the same thing you're doing, and at a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
And at a higher level. So it definitely reminded me of that.
Even it's crazy too when you think about it. Like it's not even like we weren't young. Like we weren't young a couple years ago. Like because we were. It's like so much has changed as far as like how kids train or how trainers train. They know so many more unlocks now than they did then. So it's like, man, they get into success so much quicker than we were. And it's like, man, bro, it'll probably take you 2 years max to actually feel complete in a sense. Like legit, like, and I'm talking about like, we ain't talking about like taking days off because like you can't take no days off with us being close to 30. You got to go to this shit every day. And I'm talking about
every day.
I'm talking about 2 days. Every day.
Every
I'm
day,
talking about get up, do what you got to do, rest, back at it. I'm talking about treating it like Kobe did.
Pretty much. And that reminded me of that conversation we had. And I was trying to explain to him, he was saying, being scared and all that. I was like, it has nothing to do with being scared. No. It has nothing to do with being confident. It's that these young boys and girls, right, these young athletes on a whole nother level than what we were at that age. And on top of that, you're trying to go back out there at this age and expect to do what? Expect to do what at all? At all. And you'll see it on D-Strong YouTube videos. They're out there beating cornerbacks who are still in the game, right? Mm-hmm. The 1v1s, they're out there beating cornerbacks who are still in the game. And vice versa. Like cornerbacks are liking up players who are still playing at a high level, right? Mm-hmm. High school, or D1 college level or whatever you have. And to try to fit your way in that is not gonna happen. They a totally different breed out there than what you thought we were.
The progression of training has came so far, man. I think that's what I think a lot of people understand. Like you just talked about, as far as like cornerbacks getting beat or cornerbacks winning matches or receivers, like the game is so technical, man. And when you learn those techniques, you're surpassing. So it's like, I understand how to get open. That's things we didn't know. Like I'm very sure I didn't learn how to get open. So I was like legit junior in college. That's when I learned how to get open for real. And that was more so just about being a technician, reading on the run. These kids are learning this shit in middle school. Like when I was coaching middle school kids, these kids are telling me stuff that I wasn't expecting them to know. And I'm like, I didn't learn that shit until I was college. You know this at 12, 13, 12? Okay, yeah, you already ahead of the game. And it's just crazy, man.
It's the same way. It's the same way. Let's go back to the basketball at Carolina courts. You're learning a baseline mid-range at 15.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That is one of the toughest mid-range shots you can take. Mm-hmm. Because there's no backboard. There's no backboard to help you out. It's just rim.
It's nothing. You said young boy with 5 of 5.
Yeah, didn't miss.
100%.
Didn't miss.
He was in there working on his game.
And he was running to it. He was running to it.
1-2. Like he gets to his spot, is 1-2 raise. Mm-hmm. That's the best part, bro. Like, and it's crazy because when you were saying, I was like, watch these kids be like 18, 19. So watch them be young, probably just getting to college or something like that. These boys don't do
just
nothing.
Get to high school.
These boys don't do nothing but hoop.
That's
all they do, bro. That's it. They're probably in a situation where, and shout out to them and their folks. They're probably in a situation where all they got to do is worry about hoop.
That's it. You hoop think about it, on a Saturday at 1 p.m. They're not at the mall. They're not at home chilling playing the game. They're at the empty Carolina courts. We were the only people there. And when we left, we were still the only people there. And they were staying there playing ones. Empty Carolina courts. Empty.
Yeah. They went in there to play ball.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure people decided to show up because we had like 3:30, almost 4, and it didn't close at 7. So I'm pretty sure people will probably show up later on. But they were there early.
Yeah.
And when nobody was there. And so JC was telling me in the car, He said when we ended up picking teams on the fives, one of the young boys said, "Oh yeah, we about to win this." And JC said in his head, he was like, "I'm not gonna let that shit happen." I said, "We had totally different mindset that I had because I already knew what it was."
Ain't nothing we can do about it, big bro.
I already knew what it was. I already knew. First of all, ain't nobody running with these boys. Let's get that straight. At all. That's all they did. Fast break. I was the only person to get back on defense. I said, Lord Jesus. Lord.
I played yesterday with the kids to be out there. I was so happy we played the short side. And I was running hard during that phase.
The halves and fullsies.
I was running hard during that phase.
Oh man, that was a crazy day. Man, these kids getting crazy. I'm good.
Look, we at that age, bro. We got to hoop with people in our age bracket.
That's a fact.
Anybody who's still chasing the hoop dream, for real, ain't nothing I can do with you, pimp. I'm too old.
Yeah, I'm too old for that. I'm about to start coordinating. This is what we're gonna have to do, Rio. When we go hoop, I'm making sure I'm coordinating with everybody my age. All my friends. Because I'm not going to the gym just for 5 and trying to keep up with everybody. So,
nah, bro.
No, sir.
Because when we get to 5, you know what we might do? That half court checkup finna come in. We finna walk at the half because I don't want to run this far. You didn't what I'm saying? I want to run this far. Hey, check at half. What's count? You said 5-3. All right, check that. Already, I ain't playing. That's why, like, bro, when I tell y'all to hoop, bro, I be like, I ask y'all to hoop, bro, I be like, man, I'm gonna try to tell all the homies just in the age bracket.
That's
so we don't
fact.
No youngins out here.
Facts, man. Nah, keep them. Keep them away. Keep them
boys
away.
Want to play. They don't believe in stopping ball. None of that.
No, sir. All fast breaks.
No, it's to the point now they don't need call fouls no more. They just go with it.
I'm glad you brought that up because on one him hand bun hit Traylon when him straight to the paint. Traylon came down, hacked my man over the shoulder on purpose, trying to stop him. He made the bucket. And Traylon was like, check up. He was like, nigga, I ain't calling that. I was like, oh, God.
He one of them. I'm telling you, bro, them boys don't call no fouls, but the young boys get to it.
He said, I ain't one of them. Rod, see, look, listen, I don't know. Rod's still in the chat. Thank you to everybody for my happy birthdays in the chat. I appreciate it. Rod, if you're still in the chat, Rio and I talking about Man Bun from Saturday. Traylon's arch nemesis for all of 20 minutes. The bucket getter who had the purple Kyrie's on. It looked like he ain't changed his shoes in years. That man was different. And the other two 15-year-olds, I'm pretty sure they was 10 and they was lying to get in the gym without parents. I'm pretty sure because I think you got to be like 15
just to get in there.
Rod said, them young boys different. Rod, I'm talking exclusively about Man Bun, about light-skinned Man Bun who was giving Traylon the works.
He looked up, he said 5-0. Now that's twice. Twice? In the matter of 10 minutes?
In the matter of us taking off our sneakers and putting on the slides, it was done.
He done beat the brakes off Brody.
It was done. And oh yeah. And so Man Bun was guarding me. So when we switched, when Traylon said, I got him, right? When we switched, they then switched on defense. Man Bun was like, I got him. I think Traylon took like 3 or 4 shots, half of them air balls. And on his last shot, he missed. He was like, nigga, you ain't scored on me yet. I was like, oh, shit.
You done woke up a beast.
Why you messing with him? There was no reason for you to mess with him. Obviously, he's the best one out of the group.
Yeah.
And on top of being the best one out of the group, he was the most aggressive one. For now, you made him the most aggressive for no reason. No reason.
That shit suck. That shit suck when you get your ass when you can't do nothing about it. That shit suck.
He said, Man Bun dropped me off a couple times. He said, I ain't stand a chance. Bro, ain't none of us stood a chance. He was definitely either about to start at PG at his high school or he's been starting at PG at his high school.
He's 17, so it depends. Yeah, because he's what is he? Is he a junior?
He'll be
I
going
guess,
into his senior year most likely.
I guess it depends on his age or his birthday.
Yeah, yeah. So he's either junior this year or he'll be Let's just say he's a junior. So he's probably either going into the start position coming in this basketball season, or he's been starting.
There. Yeah, which is strong, because if he was getting buckets like that, he could have been one of those sophomore starters getting busy.
Mm-hmm. And depending on how short the team was, he's probably at the 2. I'm just here to score.
I mean, at this point, you said his home was just 6'5" or 6'3".
Hey, Ron said, Traylon said, y'all scared. I said, no, I'm smart. I got to work on Monday.
Don't cap. Boy, if it had me out here waddling to work.
Oh, no, he hit Traylon with his one move, had him almost touching the ground. Everybody looked at each other. Everybody was like, ooh.
That's the ones you put your pride aside.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact. Like JC and I said, we ain't got nothing to prove to them. I ain't got nothing to prove to y'all. Y'all got it. This is what y'all do. Exactly.
This is exercise for me, pimp.
Listen, the Lord didn't bless me with hooping skills. He blessed me with maths. I could maths. I can maths. I can maths my ass off. He blessed you with the height, the 6'1" height, and the man bun with the big hair. That boy couldn't even grow a beard. Could none of them kids grow a beard? I didn't see not one facial hair on any of those kids.
They're still children. Them boys still children out there.
Sure, real. They couldn't drive. 2 of them couldn't drive. They probably got their permits, and that's it.
Ain't even got that.
Man bun drove them to the courts. Yeah, I'm good.
You said that boy was 6'6", 240 and 15.
I said, bro, you just ain't no way you just said I'm 15. Like he said it just like that. I said, well, come on.
You're lying.
I need to see birth certificates. I need to see driver's license. I need to see IDs. I need to see something.
Well, you're
lying. I need to see something. You're lying. All y'all lying. All y'all too big for your age. Everybody need to go home right now.
Yeah, come back with your birth certificate. Then we'll play basketball. Then we'll hoop. Once I figure out and you tell me a lie or not.
Nobody got time for that. I've been trying to play that man 1v1. For what? Wow.
He told that nigga, he said that's 5-0 twice. In 10 minutes, bro. That's crazy. First of all, he'd have cooked me the first time. I'd have been like, yeah, you got it home. GG.
Nigga, when he was cooking in the game, I knew not to ask him.
I would never. He would have to ask me to play ones because I would have never played.
Nothing. Man, that boy looked like he had a shooting coach since the age of 7. That form was pure. That form was pure, and it was the same form off the dribble, set shot, fade. It was the same form. I said, look at this. This man does this.
That boy's a lab rat. He's a lab rat, son. He's not one of them ones you just, bro. You just don't fool with it like that, bro.
Bro. And then I got the joke and say, nah, they ain't 15, they 10. They 10. Homeboy just got done with his timetables. He said, Mama said I can't come out here unless I do my timetables first. And gave me buckets. I said, man, ain't nobody got time for this, man. None of y'all grow facial hair, but y'all out here hooping as if y'all 25 years old and been doing this for 10 years. Ain't none of this, nothing made sense that day. And I was just like, man, I'm not doing this, man. I'm not doing this. Oh,
today is my day. I don't need this in my life.
No, exactly. And I got an LA Fitness gym membership. There's one down the street from my hotel, like here in Dallas, and I can go. I didn't know. I went today to ask if I can actually go, and so they had a gym in there. And I was like, man, that's my type of crowd. I went to go look at that basketball gym. I said, yeah, I'll bring my hooping shoes next week. I said, that's my type of crowd. All y'all look like y'all got 9 to 5s. Yes, sir.
yeah. That's what we at with
Yes, sir. All y'all got 9 to 5s.
I need somebody to be subpar good, not great.
Oh yeah, not on the verge of getting the D1, D2 scholarship.
Yeah,
come on now.
You might be overseas in a couple years, or maybe even in the G League. Who knows? I don't need that type of action.
Ross said, "God said, choose your battles wisely." I saw David and Goliath in real life. Boy, I'm good. And on top, so you know for a fact, even when him playing 1v1 or giving us hell when he got serious, he was still only going like 80%. He was still only going 80%. There was no reason for because how thick his calves were, I knew he had bunnies. I knew he could have probably done every single time if he wanted to.
He was cool.
Yeah.
They came in there to work on their game. They came in there to put up shots. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm good. And then I kind of felt the pain in my right knee. I said, yeah, that's what you call 29.
Yes, sir.
I was
coming in hot.
That's kind of sore, and I didn't do nothing. I said, oh man, JC got his toe stepped on. He was out. He was out of it. Yeah. I said, man, we out here. You need to calm down. You need to calm down, man. You need to hoop. That's it. You made a very good point. I'm not hooping with no more teams. If you say team, like I need a 2 and a 3. No matter of fact, it's rental car policies 25 and up.
Yeah, because 20 to 24 is still chasing a dream.
Yeah, you still in college. You can still be in college hooping.
Yeah, 25. That's the cutoff limit. Either you done got it or you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, I need to start asking for fidelity reports. I need to see if you got a 401k. If you got that, then we good. You can hoop with me.
Yeah, you can hoop with me for real.
Yeah, show me that your health insurance is in your name. Show me that you are the main provider for your health insurance, the main carrier for your health insurance. You can hoop with me. I need to make sure I got to check box. All right.
Hey boy, you stupid.
I got to check box, man. Not your parents' name. In your name. In your name. I need to see the company right there under it too.
I ain't playing no games, bro. Man. They be like, bro, even when I go to now, they be like, bro, why you over there? Bro, first of all, everybody over there is like, it's like 15 to 21. Bro, I'm not finna do all that running y'all doing, bro.
Not only all that running, like, bro, why are y'all 6'1" minimum? Like,
no cap. What did I miss in the span of this, dog? What, bro? I gotta look because this boy is 13, bro. He looking over me. Then you see my little cousin, his sister. she 18, 6'3". Why are you taller than your mama and your daddy?
Come on, man.
We from the same stop, and I missed the height gap. We're like, what is this, bro? What is this? This ain't even fair. I missed it by a landslide too, Slim.
By a landslide.
Missed it by a landslide.
Yeah, I ain't missing that. My family. You see my family, they all short.
Bro, because I really wish you see like my great uncles and stuff, but all these boys is 6'6", 6'3". I'm talking about hands big as this frame, Trey. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, we from the same stock. Why did I miss that guy?
Man.
Yeah, I get my daddy's side of the family.
Boy, yeah. I don't even. Yeah, you're right about that. Well, been talking for a good bit. Let's get into some sports. How about that?
Let's do that. Get into some
sports. I don't know my intro anymore. I've completely forgot it.
Look,
I'm a wing it. I'm a wing it. Hopefully. Let's see. 40 minutes into the show. Here's the intro. Welcome back, sports fans, to the ugly truth, where we tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to know, because the truth can get ugly.
Yes, sir.
I'm here with my man, the one and only. I know y'all been waiting on him. Y'all not here to see me. Y'all here to see him.
Cap.
One of the GOATs, the greatest sports minds I ever know. Best handles, my man, Rio the God. Rio, how you doing today?
Straight up. What's up, bro? What's happening? Man, first of all, everybody in the comments, tell my dog happy born on his 29th. Show
Thank you.
love to my
Thank you.
dog, man.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
what
you to
we show
everybody.
without him.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody. We appreciate you guys. Thankful that you're watching, you're tuning in, however you're doing it, whether you're at work and at home chilling, even if you just got the phone on YouTube and you got it to the side while you're cleaning the kitchen. We appreciate you watching, listening, tuning in. Without further ado, 46 minutes into the show, let's get into some sports. Rio, you know why I'm here.
Let's
You know
talk.
why I'm here. You know why I'm here. I got the hat on.
Yes, sir.
Had to represent. I wasn't a believer when we drafted him. Not gonna lie. Questioned it. Didn't know who he was as a player. And as time went on, it didn't take long. For me, it was the Saints game. His first start. I was already a believer. I already believe he didn't have to prove nothing to me whatsoever. Now, I'm all in. I'm all in. Yeah, I love that man right there. I love that man with all my heart. For those who don't know, I'm talking about number one, Jalen Payne. I love that man. I love me some Jalen Hurts. I love me some Jalen Hurts. I ain't loved a football player like this since Brian Dawkins.
Mm.
That boy right there. The way he's played over these last 2 weeks, Rio, I can't ask for much more. I said at the beginning of the season, if Jalen Hurts can pass for 65% completion, keep the ball out of harm's way, we making a deep playoff run. We got the talent around him. We got the defense. And he said, fuck your 65%. I'm going to do you better. I'm gonna just start going crazy. I said, oh my God. I knew Rio, I knew he had been putting work in the offseason because he's that type of player. He's that type of individual. He's that type of leader. But what work has he been putting in to make him play like this? He didn't miss a day. You want to talk about that? It looked like he didn't take not one day off during the offseason. And it wasn't just in the gym because he put on like 10 or 15 pounds. It was the playbook. I think I heard a couple of articles. I heard a couple of shows and read a couple of articles where it said you want to go see Tom Brady's quarterback coach or quarterback trainer who trained Tom Brady, Drew Brees, all of them, and it shows. I mean, his reads are a lot quicker. He's able to make his progressions through his options a lot quicker, and he's standing in the pocket with confidence, with poise, with just everything you ask for from your quarterback to do. And one of the sports commentators said, let's keep everything in perspective. We really should be counting his first season because it was only 4 games. This is actually his sophomore year. And for him to come in to play like he has played, and I understand it was the Detroit Lions. I don't want to get it twisted because it's hard to get a win in the NFL. A win is a win. And he looked great in the Detroit Lions game because, as you can see, they went in and put the dog stomping on the Washington Commanders as a goal. And so, if for him to play like that against the Vikings on the Monday Night Football game, national TV, I couldn't ask much more from Jalen Hurts. And what surprises me, not that much of a surprise, but it's still a surprise. I want to say on a scale of 1 through 10, maybe like a 6 or 7 when it comes to being surprised, is that people are still saying, I need to see more. It's not enough. I need to see more. I'm confused because if he was a first round draft pick, selected number 1, number 2, number 3, it'll be throw this kid the money, throw away the key, call it a day. Because he was drafted in the second round, because he had his challenges at Alabama, moved to Oklahoma. I need to see more. So him getting us to the postseason last year, where everybody else is at home, we was in the postseason. to now him moving on and bringing on that success to the next year, showing that he's gotten better, showing the progression, showing the reads, the completion percentages, keeping the ball out of harm's way. He had one interception during the game. That's because it went off of Gainwell's hands. And it was a screen pass. Gainwell went off his hands high, and somebody it landed in his hand. So he was making all the right reads the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
So what more do you need to see from Jalen Hurts for you not to say he's not a franchise quarterback for the next 5 or 6 years? That wasn't a question for you. That's just hypothetical. That's just because I know you believe Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I'm already here.
It just blows my mind that you still want more. But I'm not gonna dwell on that. What I am gonna dwell on is that my team looks good. I'm gonna stick by my prediction that if he throws for 65% completion pass, keeps the ball out of harm's way. And that's not even asking much. That's asking, can you be an above average quarterback, top 10 quarterback? Can you be a top 10 quarterback? Even if you in that 10th spot. And as of right now, what's crazy as of right now, and I did not see this coming even as an Eagles fan, he's the third best quarterback right now through week 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even that he's been getting away with dumb luck passes, that his wide receivers are having to go out of their way to get these catches. Mm-hmm. The balls are placed at the perfect place at the right time with the speed is supposed to be placed at, the velocity, the height, the anticipation. It's all there. It is beautiful. I'm loving every single second of it. I couldn't ask for anything more than what he's doing right now. Mm-hmm. And the only thing we need for him to do is to stay healthy. And he's sliding. He's sliding. Because I don't want to happen. What I don't want to happen is another number one from the NFC in Cam Newton. He don't have to take on all the defenders. Mm-hmm. Just please slide to get out of bounds. Please.
Yeah. Give yourself add life to years on the NFL.
Right.
The more you get down, the more satisfying. The more the years you add to your body.
Right. So let's lead into the first question. My question for you, Rio, is, and I already know your answer, but more than welcome to have the floor to express yourself. From what you've seen in the first couple of weeks, is Jalen Hurts the guy for the Philadelphia Eagles for the years to come? Absolutely. How far do you think he can take them?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, bro, you spoke on it about with the whole being 65% or above, just be above average quarterback. And I think we talked about it quite a few. And I know I said it myself, and I told people all he has to do is put in the work because he has the work ethic. You know what I mean? We know Jalen Hurts for finishing a football game, whether they win or lose, and he's in the weight room right after that. Not going to party, not going to do that. He did that in college, and he did it in the NFL. So it's kind of more so like he has the work ethic. He has the ethic that you want to see from anybody who's competing to be a football player, or just to even to understand and remain and have a job. And he has all the intangibles. He has the leadership. He has the mobility. He has the arm talent. He has the wits. I mean, at the end of the day, he has all these intangibles that makes him the guy. And to see him at this point early on, already kind of achieving those things, there's nothing more you can ask for as a Philly fan. I think honestly, truthfully, man, I mean, what is it that you want him to do? Like Joe Shiesty has played poorly these 2 games, and he's still getting a pass. And I don't understand how a guy who's played miraculous in a sense can't. And we're not looking for him to get a pass. We're looking for him to be accepted because he's proven, regardless of who you play, it's still the NFL. And let's not get it twisted, because those Detroit Lions are they might not be a playoff team, but what they are they're feisty. They play football. They fly around. They do exactly what they're supposed to. Like, don't forget that Philly game was a shootout. Even though Jalen Hurts played well, they still had to go get that win from the Detroit Lions.
It was 38-35. They put up points.
They couldn't afford to have any miscues, and Jalen Hurts proved why he should be an NFL quarterback, right? And then they put a stomping on the Washington Commanders the following. Like, teams are not laying down no more just because they're not as talented as the other teams. They're going to play football and getting it done. You know what I mean? So it's like, why does Joe Shiesty get a pass? Why does he
Right.
get a pass for having 4 picks on open after just coming off a Super Bowl? He's still doing the same thing he's doing. He's not going through his progressions. He's holding the ball entirely too long. You improve the offensive line, but your issue is that you're holding to the ball. And Jalen Hurts is getting rid of the ball, getting to his playmakers and making the right decisions. And he has to fight for acceptance in the NFL. That's crazy to me. So for me, bro, yes, he's the guy for the next 9 years or so, because he's gonna have at least nine years in the league. I think he's gonna have that span where he, obviously you get to that latter part of the year where you become more so just a passer, a true on passer instead of having that mobility. But the wits is what you have. You know what I mean? You have the wits, you have the intangibles, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna improve each year. So yes, he's the guy, and I think he can give him consistent playoff runs. He could potentially get him a Super Bowl at some point in time, because at the end of the day, a Super Bowl run is all about the ball bouncing your way. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Who's the most healthiest at the
right,
end of the season?
right,
And yeah, the ball bounce your way.
who gets hot at the right time? That's all this is at the end of the day. So for me, bro, yes, it is. It's not a question. And if you're questioning it, then at this point, I think you're just looking for hate. You know what I mean?
You're looking for a reason.
You're just hating at this point.
You're looking for a reason because it's insane to me that Carson Wentz can go from team to team, and it's the same thing every time he goes to another team. It's his third team now with the Washington Commanders, and it's how we found our guy. What has he shown you? Like, he's shown you time and time again that it's not it. He's not it. And for Jalen Hurts to get his team to a playoff in basically his rookie season, get his team to a playoff, and him to play the way he's playing now in the first couple weeks, it's mind-boggling to me that people can still say I need to see more when you have quarterbacks that aren't doing as much as Jalen Hurts is doing, and they're just like, well, it is what it is. That quarterback was, and I really think it's the word he's been drafted, because Lamar Jackson got that same type of hate. He still continues to get it. It's confusing to me how somebody can prove to you so much and people will still say, oh, he's just a running quarterback that can just get a couple of throws. Right. And my man led the league in touchdown passes. His MVP season. Like, what does not make you more of a quarterback than touchdown passes? I'm confused. Like, what makes you more of a quarterback than that?
We hate to play the race card, but at what point do we say, okay, this is what we're doing? I mean, at what point does Lamar Jackson have to be, as you stated, right? What does he have to do to say, all right, bet I'm a quarterback? I mean, last week he threw for what? 300 yards and rushed for 100. So he threw for 300 and rushed for 100. So he had 400 all-purpose yards against the Miami Dolphins. And the only reason the Dolphins won because they had more weapons. They had more weapons than the Baltimore Ravens.
That's a fact.
And it's nothing against Tua, because Tua's playing lights out. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. You get the talent you deserve or that you want, and you make the most of it. We crying about Tua, not people crying about Tua, not, oh, Tua got a bad arm, Tua ain't got this. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? You do understand that having a powerful arm is simply about timing. When you have guys who are lightning fast, this shit is all about timing. It's not about having a powerful arm. Everybody not gonna have a powerful arm. It's about, all right, bet, knowing my progression, going through my reads, understanding that, oh, bet, I got this post coming open because this safety's gonna bite on this dig that we got in front of it. And now what? My timing is, all right, 1, 2, 3, ball out. Lay it out. It's just simple. It's not about having a powerful arm. Powerful arm is a kudos. But you got a powerful arm and stink. Brock Osweiler had a powerful arm and was buns.
Carson Wentz got a cannon. He can throw that ball 80 yards. Got a cannon.
He's mediocre.
He has a cannon for an arm. And he's big. He's 6'5", like 230. He has a cannon.
It was the thing, it's crazy, but I also like, I remember when Josh Allen came out, people were like, down on Josh Allen because he played Wyoming. And I think I was major because I was like, it comes from the fact of big frame, big arm, but having the intangibles that people don't always put in perspective is that what is he mentally? Like, you got to start looking at the game from a perspective of, okay, his decision making, his growth, who's his coordinator, because that's going to make a player be better than what they are. These new like what makes Tua better is now you got McDaniels out there. right? Like you got some not only the weapons, but you got somebody who can play to his strengths and understand that, okay, let me be smart about what I got going on. Let me make sure I put this guy in the best situation to be successful. And that's it's just like I look at Justin Fields. People want to say, oh, Justin Fields ain't good. Justin Fields is solid, but the Chicago Bears stink. I mean, what do we want from them? Like, who is he throwing to? Me and you. He's throwing to me and you.
That's a fact.
So it's like it's so much bigger than, like, you know, you're trying to give all the physical attributes. Think about the mental. The mental changes the game entirely. All right, bet. Can we teach this guy how to be a quarterback in the NFL? And most of the time you can't, because most of these guys already have the understanding. It's about who's willing to take that time to put them over the hump. It's just what it is, man.
And you hit the nail right on the head. It's which franchise is going to be patient, is going to help groom them, and is going to put the necessary weapons around them. An offensive line, a solid defense, because that helps out a lot when you're able to get good field positions. You're not starting from your own 25 because it's a kickoff every time.
That's exactly.
And you have everything else. You have the time, and it's you don't want to. We always get into the habit of blaming the quarterback when most of the time it's the franchise. It's the ownership. It's the coaching staff. Give them time to grow. Josh Allen did not become Josh Allen that we all see here today and know and love. It took him 4 years to become that Josh Allen. He's in his 5th year now.
That's Brian. That's your coordinator trusting. That was your head coach trusting. That was your defensive coordinator put you in the right position. That's them adding Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis, Stephon Diggs, who's a top 5 receiver in the league, depending on who you're asking. Even if you're not asking him, if he still considered top 5, right? He just had a lights out performance last night, and it doesn't matter who's checking him. He's going to get his. And when you add that to a guy with a big arm who understands and now feels the love from not just the franchise, Brody, but the culture. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's even impactful when you got guys or you got people on the outskirts believing in you. Now you got a different little swag about yourself, and that increases you as a player. You know what I mean? It's like we just talked about going hoop. It's like, all right, I get a bucket. That's a good bucket, boy. Oh, you like, oh yeah, bet. Let me get that back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to you right now. You check it. It's your route. You know what I mean? So it's simple in this whole football world. But we run into the world where it's like, all right, let's give up on him because he ain't did nothing in the last year. Damn. I'm sorry that I was playing with all toddlers in a sense. I can't help that.
I wasn't throwing to anybody, and we see what a true number one does for a quarterback. You think about most quarterbacks throughout the history of the NFL in terms of Super Bowl champions, they have a true number one in either a tight end or as a wide receiver. And not necessarily, you don't have to be the best wide receiver in the league or the best tight end league. Top 10 definitely helps, though. Top 10 tight end or a top 10 wide receiver definitely helps. Somebody who can draw a double team, you literally have all the eyes on that person when it comes to running your routes, and therefore helps out the other players, helps other players get open so you can find the easier passes. And when you do need them to make that tough catch in that game defining situation, they're able to do it. So it's a big kudos to Jalen Hurts. I really want to give him all the flowers in the world in terms of his progression and his work ethic. But we also have to give the flowers to the organization for going out and getting AJ Brown, for drafting Devontae Smith, making sure our offensive line is where it at. We have one of the best offensive lines in the league to keep Jalen Hurts standing upright, and a good running attack with Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and Kenneth Gainwell. So we have a good rushing attack. We have a great balance, what makes teams a lot hard, it's like a lot tough to scheme for. And the one thing I kept hearing throughout the day with all the sports shows was, Minnesota's only running the zone defense. He's the cover 4, cover 6 the entire time.
That's not our problem.
With 2 out safeties. Well, what do you want them to do? The best thing for you to do against a rushing team is to run the zone, because that means you keep all eyes downfield. Instead of you running hip to hip with your person, you're able to make sure that they're not going to break off for 10 yards to carry. So that's the best defense you would run for unless you're just straight up blitzing it, man. the second best thing to do for you to do is to play zone. You're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and on the running back. And now, on top of that, you have two great route runners in DeVonta Smith and AJ Brown, who just so happen to get open in the zone, and Dallas Goedert. But people were throwing kind of shade towards Jalen Hurts because they were saying like most of his passes were easy. Was his fault? Is he's reading through the regressions and find open wide receivers, or is he supposed to throw to the person who's getting double teamed every time?
That's the person. That's the reason for progression. That's the reason they make progression as a
right.
For, like what are we saying? Like that's the whole purpose.
That's what I want my quarterback to do.
I don't want you to just because you have a good everybody don't want to just because Aaron Rodgers had a great arm talent. We don't want that all the time because that's a 50-50 shot. That's always a 50-50 shot. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna either drop it in the basket or he's gonna miss it or it's gonna be picked. So it has its perks, but it also has its cons. Like if my guy understands that, let me token fake and get outside. Let me see my tight end or read top down. Oh well, I ain't got help. Well, he got help there. So I ain't going over top, I'm going mid-level. Or I can't go mid-level, I'm going right here. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a handoff and it goes for 17 yards. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do as a quarterback. That was my read. What do we want? What do we want from people? We want you to just take shots and hope and pray for the best.
That was killing me softly. It's just the Vikings defense was just giving them the Vikings defense wasn't giving them. He was just taking what they were what they took away. He was just picking up whatever they didn't take away. That's all he did.
The best saying, bro, is take what the defense gives you.
That's all you can do.
It's the greatest saying of all time because it's so simple. If they give you the flat route and you got a guy that can get you 5 to 7 yards, guess what? Now we're in short field position. now we can go, bet 2nd and 3. Oh, let me hand this off to my running back. Now what I got? 7 more yards. Now we got you guessing. What they gonna do next? It's a chess match.
Right.
And I'm winning.
And so as the Vikings defense, you see that the game before the Detroit Lions for the most part ran man the entire time. AJ Brown killed them. They didn't have a true number one cornerback who can guard AJ Brown, and he killed them. Mm-hmm. So as the Vikings, you're like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do? Well, obviously man didn't work, and you really can't blitz that offense that often because half the plays are RPOs. So Jalen is just looking for who's blitzing and who's not. And so it's kind of a tough situation because if you run man or you blitz, it puts your cornerbacks in very tough situations to guard DeVonta Smith, to guard Dallas Goedert, or to guard AJ Brown, right? If you're blitzing, you run a man, that means you have a one-on-one situation on the outside. If we run, let's just say we run trips right, and so that means I have either a slow linebacker on Dallas Goedert or a small corner or small slot cornerback, and it's over. Mm-hmm. It's over. Or you have your number one cornerback and safety help on AJ Brown, and DeVonta Smith is killing whoever your number 2 is.
Number 2 is.
So it was so annoying listening to all that. The Vikings defense was just giving up stuff, and it's like, no, Jalen Hurts is just taking whatever he was getting shown. That was the easiest thing for him to do. It was to keep throwing those 8-9 yard passes in the middle of the zone, which that's what you do for the most part in the zone, is you have your wide receivers sit in the pocket of where it's open.
Exactly. Ryan Tannehill had a pick last night because they ran a stick concept in the scoring. Instead of his wide receiver sitting and playing basketball, shooting off, he threw a pick 6 because why? His receiver ran right into the zone, linebacker picked it, took it to the crib. It's simple. Like we're playing, you have a mismatch. Play basketball. As you just stated, right? Dallas got a 6'5", 6'6", right? And if he put a corner slot of average on him, that's not, Jesse Bates or Justin Simmons or Derwin James in a sense,
right?
They're gonna be beat, right? And it's just it's crazy, bro. Because having success, and I'm just this, but this being a fan of anything, having success, you're gonna get so much criticism, bro. That's what at this point you might as well get ready for it, bro. As long as Jalen Hurts can play this level, you're gonna see it every time you cut on First Take, you cut on Undisputed, you cut on First Things First. That's just what they do, but they're gonna beat him up, and it's crazy because he can have an MVP year this year, he can possibly win MVP and he'll still be wrong. And it's
Right.
crazy to think that. It's crazy to think that.
It is. It's absolutely insane. I know. I was watching First Take or First Things First last week, and Nick Wright's pyramid, his ranking the teams. Him ranking the team, he still had the Kansas City Chiefs as number one. And somebody was like, "Did you not see what the Bills did to the Rams? Did we miss that? Did anybody miss that?" Like
the reigning champs got the dog beat out of them.
The dog, and then for them to do it again the next week, I get it's the Tennessee Titans, but it's still a football team.
But they bottled up who arguably the best running back in football. He had 12 touches for 28 yards.
It's man-child. I have him on my franchise in Madden. It's crazy.
He's bigger than everybody you have on the defense, and you have him bottled up. And they're taking because I didn't watch you guys. I watched that game, and you literally seeing guys take Derrick Henry 1v1 in the hole. They're beating him upfield. They're meeting him in the backfield. They're winning all these battles with battles he normally would win. Whether you see it as they're just keeping him, they're keeping his feet, they're stopping his feet. That's what people were saying. But more so, they're just clogging holes. Yeah. So he has to make a decision. You're forcing him to get out. Yeah, in a sense, I guess you were stopping his feet, but you're forcing him to be not beeline, but you're forcing him to be in and out. Shit, you got it, which he isn't. So it's like to watch the Buffalo Bills do that, and then they also dominate offensively. What Stephon Diggs have yesterday? 140 yards.
It was something crazy. It was whoever had him on their fantasy. I know. By the end of the game, we had like 2 tutties.
Yeah. Is it 2 or 3? Because I thought he might have scored 3 times.
Maybe scored 3 times. I don't know. I know when I turned it, Josh Allen had threw his 4th touchdown, and he had 2 Stephon Diggs.
I know he caught the post. I missed the first one. I know he caught the post that was like 40 yards, and it was a double move. It
might have been 3. It might have been 3 touchdowns.
I think he had 2 short ones, if I'm not mistaken.
And then 1 long one.
Yeah, because he still had like 100. He had 140. I think like almost 140 yards.
Yeah, no, it's
I like
insane.
The Chiefs, and I know people do that with the Chiefs because with them losing Tyreek Hill, a lot of people thought they were going to fall off tremendously, and that's fine. But I don't know why you thought that because they still got Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes he's not a flake, Holmes. He's simply who he is. He was just talented beforehand in college, but the problem is that it takes time to mold and groom somebody, as we just stated. You don't just throw him to the wolves because he has the arm talent. You got to teach him this. The game is still mental more than it's physical. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like I'm with the Bills being at 1. I don't like Tampa Bay being top 5. I mean, I still think they might be like 6 or 7. They haven't done anything that's
Yeah, I think it's just the Tom Brady effect.
Yeah, that's just really.
They still got to stop defense too. Yeah, he doesn't have anybody to throw to other than Mike Evans.
I think they sit at that 6 or 7 spot for me personally. I think they're still top 10, but I don't think top 5 is crazy because top 5, man, you got to go Bills, Chiefs, Philly at this point, and I know we might not want to say it, but Miami's in there too, simply because Tua's playing well and he has the options. Yeah, I mean, he in the same boat. He has Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki is the solid tight end. I mean, extremely solid tight end. And their running back situation isn't awful. It's not great, but it's serviceable. And the defense is solid too. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact. I mean, I still like CBS NFL has Bills, Chiefs, Bucks, Eagles, Packers, Chargers, Rams, Dolphins, 49ers, Ravens. Those are top 10.
Packers are so I love Aaron Rodgers, but Packers are so hit or miss. Like they'll probably make it because they'll probably be the best team in the NFC North. What is that? The Vikings. What's the Vikings, Lions, Packers, and the Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they probably still win that division with like 11 games because Aaron Rodgers did there, but that's crazy. They're top 5.
Yeah, so somebody a sports analysis said earlier today, which was absolutely hilarious to me. He said, "I know it's just week 2. It's only seen 2 games, but a Bills Eagles Super Bowl cannot happen." He said it cannot. He said it cannot happen. He said that stadium in Arizona cannot handle those 2 fan bases coming together.
You cannot. It's been so long since the Bills been actually good.
And you know how Bills Mafia get.
Yeah, and Philly fans are already crazy. You talking about going to the bowl? Oh yeah.
And the guy was like, on top of that, they're gonna be in a warm climate. They gonna act wow.
It's gonna be nuts out there. What?
He's like, you're gonna have to call in help. You're
Yes.
going to have to. He's like, there's not enough. He's like, there's not enough security. There's not enough event workers that you could hire to handle those two fan bases coming together for a Super Bowl. He's like, no, it cannot happen.
That's a fact, bro.
He was like, they are going to turn that city upside down.
That city ain't gonna have no black and gold. It's gonna be straight green and blue out there.
It will.
I mean red. I'm sorry, Arizona.
It will be insane. I was laughing because that's true. That's true because Bills Mafia is already crazy. And the Eagles, you know how the Eagles fans get, man.
Arizona gonna be green and blue for weeks, no matter who wins.
For weeks. Several cars got flipped. Several cars. It's gonna be insane.
Bills Mafia gonna be out there wrestling in the tailgate. It'll be wrestling tailgate. Oh my goodness.
Man, I was laughing so hard. I was like, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. I can't deny that whatsoever. That's a scary Super Bowl. I wouldn't wish that on no city.
Nah.
I wouldn't wish that on no city. Not at all. Those are people's homes.
Like, these are people's lives.
People live there, bro. People got to go to work that following Monday in a city destroyed.
Either fan base, because it don't matter. Whoever wins, bro, that fan base is gonna turn that city upside down.
And whoever loses, they're gonna flip it back up, then turn it upside down. It's gonna be hell.
Because Bills Mafia ain't normal, but y'all roll deep. Philly fans roll deep
and reckless. We roll deep, reckless and disrespectful. I was like, Lord,
bro.
Bro. Y'all got it, man. Yeah. One last thing with Jalen. One thing that I absolutely love about Jalen Hurts is that no matter what, through win, through loss, it's the same even kill face, the same even kill energy. It's the same line at the end of each game too. During the end. So yeah, we played a good game, but we could have played better. I'm like, man, that's what I love to hear. I don't know what you want. I remember when Alabama won like 50-something-0. He's like, yeah, we could have played better. I said, yeah, man.
That's a winner. That's what that is, bro. That's a winner. That's what you want in your locker room.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact. That's exactly what you want.
Back to work. That's that Kobe mentality, though. That's what we always talk about. That Kobe mentality, like it's just back to work.
We're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna enjoy this. It's Monday Night Football. We'll enjoy it Tuesday on our day off. Wednesday we back to work.
We back to the grind, so that's what you want, man. That's why I understand how people want to they critique like Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, those guys, like Tua, these guys come to work every day. And it's like Lamar Jackson come to work every day with the throw to who? I like Rashad Bateman a lot, but he's not gonna be. I ain't gonna say he's not because I don't know, but Jesus, the kid ain't had help in 5 years and he's still getting it done.
The help he did have left.
Right. And it's crazy because he was a dropaholic. So at the end of the day, he still managed to get it done Sunday and each and every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whatever day they play. And he still get it done. He don't play, he still go out there and play. And it's
that's a fact.
Y'all beat that man up so bad. And then and it's like, what more like you said earlier, what more did he has to prove? Like, I didn't know throwing for 300 yards and rushing for 100 makes me a running back. I didn't know running backs do for 300 yards.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, it's I can't. For me, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Because I'm lost of words, but it's disrespectful. So hopefully, I say by the end of the year, I think we end up being a 12-win team.
Absolutely.
And make it to the playoffs. Go ahead and shut up everybody for the most part. At least 90% of the people. I'll take it. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Can't make everybody happy. But I know I'm about another jersey. I got 2 of them. Third one on the way. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get one in every color. I'm gonna get one in every color. I love that man. I love that man right there. The guy told me that you couldn't ask for any more from a quarterback the way he gives. And I just,
That's a fact.
boy, treat me right. He treat me right as a fan. He treat me right. all he do is football. I don't think I've seen one photo of him
living life
outside of the Eagles Stadium. Like, I really don't think I've seen a photo of him. Like, there's no paparazzi catching him in the streets of Philadelphia.
That boy working.
I don't even think he got a house in Philly. He might live at the stadium.
Not he on his Chad Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, no, seriously, like I have not seen a photo. Like if you go, hold on, let me look this up right now. If you go to Google right now and type in Jalen Hurts and you go to the images, there's not one photo of him. Oh, I found one. He's at an event advocating for women's rights.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. And I still keep scrolling. That's the only one I've seen him in a regular shirt. Everything else is shoulder pads. Hey dog, when he hit the gritty and then waved it off, he's like, man. I was like, who is this guy? That's my QB1.
That's my quarterback.
That's my QB1, man. That's my QB1. I told you he made me a believer when he beat the Saints his first start. I was like, oh yeah, I love him. Oh yeah, I love him. I'm behind him 100%.
It's just good to have that promise, man. Like he's a promising kid, man, and he only wants to get better. Like that's the biggest thing. Like he doesn't want to do anything but make sure he's the best person for the job, and that's what you want, man. It makes the game. It makes being a fan so much easier. Yeah, unlike that franchise in Charlotte, brother. I told you beforehand, bro. They took that boy Baker as a quarterback. I was not gonna be a fan. I meant that. And I told you when we got that hire Matt Rule, I was not ecstatic about it. All things are coming true in the midst of 2 games. And I'm the bad person for not wanting to be a fan. You shitting me?
Rod called me this morning, man, and he was like, I can't do it. He's like, I can't do it. He's like, what the Eagles application at? He was like, I can't do it anymore.
I'm not.
He said if we go 0-3, which means we haven't won a game in 10 weeks? If like dating back to
it'll be 10 games they haven't won.
He said 10 weeks. He's like, I can't do it. And he's like, I was like, who y'all got next? He was like, the Bucks. I was like, oh shit. He was like, yeah.
Beat down. They finna be a practice game. Cause they gonna make sure Baker see ghost out there. I promise you.
Man, oh my God. I've been watching y'all games too. I watched y'all first 2 games, and I was like, he can't be that bad. But he is missing some throws. Like he is missing some throws. And that was supposed to be Baker's thing, was that he was accurate. He was an accurate quarterback. He didn't have the biggest arm. He wasn't the most mobile, but he was accurate.
He was precise because he lacks everything else. He lacks the arm talent they say Tua don't have. But he's a good decision maker, supposedly, and he's pinpoint. No, at the end of the day, bro, it's like this. You feel me? Like I've grown to just accept that we're just a dumbass franchise. Like I just be fair. Like I just be honest. Like we waste talent. We ruin a fan. Like CMC has been wasted.
Oh, DJ that's a fact. Wasted. That is a fact. You had a top 3 running back since he's gotten there, and
you just overused him. People are like, well, he's injured. Well, if you touch the ball 60 times a game almost, or you're targeted 50 times a game, in whatever situation it may be, you'd be hurt too. You can't stay healthy.
He only weighed like 215. He's not
and you're playing in the trenches. You're not like you're a running back playing within the trenches. Like He's running ISO. He's not running off tackle. He's running ISO.
ISO. He's running single back formation, 3 tight ends, and I'm coming in the hole. I'm not beating it outside. I'm not trying to get to nope. In the trenches. Here I come.
DJ Moore is another guy who's going to be wasted. Talented, extremely talented. He will be a subpar 1,000-yard guy because he will never be able to get over the hump because they're still. I ain't gonna say we ain't no we. It's there. It's them. They're still trying to be just above average. You're just trying to throw guys, plug and play. Matt Rule was never the guy. Baker Mayfield was never the guy. We were better off just saying, we took Will Greer 3rd overall. What we do with him? Watch them walk. I would have been, and that's fine because Cam was still playing at a decent level at that point in time. And then you still had Kyle Allen, who was subpar. But then you take Matt Carroll, who started off the year hot last year. And he got hurt, but I still would have just ran with the dueling between Sam Darnold and Matt Carroll. They just would have had to figure it out and let PJ Walker be the backup because PJ Walker's qualified to be a quarterback in the NFL. Whether he's a starter or not, that's besides the point. He's, at the end of the day, your backup quarterback is your wits. That he's your eyes that your quarterback can see. So you need that good, serviceable guy to be there. And PJ Walker's proven that he can be that. I mean, so it's like, what do you do? Why do you just everybody just want Baker to be the guy, but we can't help a guy be somebody he's not. He's gonna be subpar. That's what he's an average Joe, G. And it's okay to be that, but you have too much talent to be average as a team. Like you got talent on the defensive side of the ball, you got talent on the offensive side of the ball. But when you said you watched the game, I watched the first game, bro. I don't think I watched the first half. He threw a pick, and it was so badly missed. I said, you know what? There's no way I'm going to stress myself out. There's no way I'm going to stress myself out, bro, because I'm too much of a fan of CMC, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Cuba. And JC. I'm too much a fan of these guys. I will watch these guys from afar, but I will be watching the Bills and the Chargers all season because one of these two teams may be getting my support here for the next couple of years. I'm not playing, dude. I'm not going
to the Bills or the Chargers.
I'm not playing. Jay Herbo is my guy.
Yeah, no, he got that it factor.
Yeah, man. He
is him. Justin Herbert is him. Yeah, you can't take no away from that. I'm just glad they in the AFC. I'm glad the AFC, my NFC is trash. It is hot garbage right now. Aaron Rodgers has nobody to throw to. Everybody on the Bucs can't stay healthy. And the Rams look like they is on a mean Super Bowl hangover. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody just take the year off. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. We can use another one. We can definitely use another.
Thank you, Daisy. Daisy's here.
Hey, sugar.
Appreciate you, Daisy, for helping out with the listen. Madden I played MUT on Madden and I needed a quarterback badly. I mean badly. Because they gave a free Tim Tebow and he was trash. He was an 87 too, right? He was pretty high card. His throwing motion was ludicrous. I mean, he had the slowest wind up ever. And so Tim texted the group chat and said, if you have Amazon Prime, they're giving out a free Russell Wilson. I was like, oh,
that's crazy.
I'm texting everybody. Who got Amazon Prime? Help me out, please. And so I was like, dude, you got Amazon Prime, right? She's like, no, it's Daisy. I said, I need to text Daisy. I said, Daisy, please. Daisy, please let me use your Amazon Prime, please. It's for Madden. I'm not even gonna order nothing. I just need to sign in. Okay. Say I got it. It's for Madden. God, man, she's a godsend because Russell Wilson is that guy. I was like, I couldn't do no much more with Tim Tebow. I mean, he was throwing a loaf of bread, and I'm like, come on. His throwing power is high too. It was like 87, 80.
It's that motion. It's that motion,
bro. Man. Throwing that loaf of bread around.
Too, like,
and I got stout wide receivers too. Like I got some of the best wide receivers in MUT right now. I got Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. I think they're both 87s. And then my third option is Deebo Samuel. I think. No. It's Nelson Aguilar. He's an 87 too.
Yeah,
Nelson. I got weapons all. I got weapons all out there, and I couldn't get to them worth nothing.
So
Worth nothing.
Bread.
That boy throw a loaf of bread, fresh out the bakery. It's hot and steamy. Man, I was like, Lord, man, I can't get me out of here. Get me out of here. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh my. Oh man, help me out, please, Daisy. Thank God. Bless it. Bless it. I got that Russell Wilson real quick. Get Tim Tebow out of there. No wonder Tim Tebow was free. God, you didn't have to do nothing for it.
That boy
like you didn't have to do nothing for Tim Tebow. All you had to do was just play a couple of challenges to level him up from a 79 to an 87. And I could see why he was free. It was stinky. Leave that man alone.
He's a backup. That's it.
Yeah, I told him about it. Thank you. I needed that in my life. I didn't think I was gonna make it, to be honest.
Yes, was playing at my team in that mud. I don't think I can handle it.
Madden is a totally different type of game.
I still ain't got it yet. I need to get it.
It took me a minute to pick up on. I've become somewhat dangerous, but there's a skill gap that's something serious.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's fun, but people say 2K logic. Now that Madden logic is different. I mean, me and Cuzzo was playing. Cuzzo was good. Like Cuzzo was the only person I ain't beat yet, man. I've gotten better since the game come out. He's been the one that's been teaching me how to play. I still haven't beat Cuzzo yet, but the games are getting closer. Like the first game, he beat me by 40. Second game, beat me by 30. Third game, beat me by 20. Last game, it was single digits. Bro, I kicked the ball. I punted it, and the ball hit his player. It became a fumble in the end zone, right? My player picked it up, and the game gave him the touchdown. I tell no lie. I tell no lie.
I think that's hilarious.
I punted it. It hit his punt receiver in the face. It bounced off of him, so it's a fumble. My player picked it up in the end zone, and they gave him the touchdown, which is not even possible because that's my end zone.
Right.
I was like,
you know, it's crazy, Trey, that you said it. I played Buzzo. It might have been 2020, 21, one of the two. Madden, either one of the Maddens, dog. I remember we played, bro. No cap. I kicked started the game off, kickoff. His player stepped out of bounds several times, even when he caught the ball, and he housed it. I have the video still on my phone, Slim, and I'm like, bro, what's going on here? Why is this valid? That was the day I stopped playing Madden, because then the first time it happened was I played Kids, and he threw up some bullshit, and it was a tip pass, and he scored off of the winning game. So that is the reason I stopped playing Madden, because it's just too much bullshit that happens to me that I can't handle mentally.
I can't, man. I
can't lose in football, bro. I can lose any other sport but football.
I can't. And they got some cheesy blitzes in this Madden. They had it in the last Madden too, where you run like a 3-4 or something like that. And if you run like linebacker blitz 0, and you bring the third linebacker in as if he is blitzing, spread the defense, spread your D-line, and bring that third linebacker that is blitzing, for some reason, the center doesn't know what to do. So he thinks you're blitzing, so he stands straight up. All you got to do is pull back and go back in his zone coverage, and the other two linebackers run free because your center, your tackle's confused. And I'm like, it's every play. That's all you see online. And I'm like, bro, this is insane. Yeah. Why is this happening? Why hasn't nobody fixed this? Like
TikTok, man. TikTok was putting up, like, when Matt first came out, the guys were putting out hella ways to, like, I guess, cheesy blitz in a sense, right? And it's just like, bro, I can't handle that, bro. Play football. This ain't realistic.
Exactly. And they did fix this one cheese where there was this player in Mutt. I forgot this. I forgot it was a nose guard or defensive tackle, where if you gave him the ability of like a power swim, he shedded every block instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly. All you had to do was have one person like Mutt. You can play like 3v3. One person brings their offense, the other person brings their defense, and the third person could be the head coach, which brings the jerseys. And if that person on defense had that card and had that ability on him, you couldn't block. He was in your face every single play because all you had to do was have one person man him on the line and just swim move, and he was there. I'm like, bro, this is insane.
Yeah,
it's insane. And then you mix the linebacker blitz in there, and you have two people in your face chasing you.
Nah, running for your life. Nah, I don't know, man.
Chasing. Yeah, it's and then 2K.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you next. Like, what's the wave? Because I have, like I said, I got it, but I hadn't sat down and played it, bro.
So I made like a 6'11" center. And I was like, I'm not gonna get beat on the boards this year. That was my problem last 2K. I had he was 7 foot, but his defensive rebound wasn't maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an 85. I can only get rebound chase on silver. So I made it to where my 6'11" center can get maxed out rebounding, all that damn thing. Didn't work out. I had to immediately make a 7'3" center with max out rebounding to stand a chance, right? And I was able to find a build that could still shoot a three, still have max out rebounding, so he's a pretty good big. But we went to the rec and this point guard, our point guard was like 6'6", 6'7". He was tall.
Mm-hmm.
The point guard that was on the team was taller than him. And I was like, what is this? And he came out there and Taz could not stop him whatsoever. He had the meanest handles, got to the bucket. Unless you got defensive anchor on as your big, like you can't stop him dunking. And he was getting to the cup with ease. And then as soon as we started collapsing, the bailout was insane, hitting everybody in every corner. The fastest pass, dots. Instantly found that nigga on YouTube, made some changes because YouTube videos didn't have what he had. Mm-hmm. Made some changes to make it what he had. I was like, bro, brought him out to the park. First of all, 6'9" at the PG position is crazy.
Hey, straight up.
It's crazy. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson. And it was like, bro, it's a tough build. But the 6'7", the one I'm gonna send you, he's faster dribbling, and I think he's like better shooting. Yeah, he's better shooting. But yeah, Trent texted me. He was like asking me if I got a new 2K because he said you, Buzzo, and him were trying to find people to play with. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I'm definitely down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. I knew you, but I know you got the squad already. So I was like, well, I know Trey got his partner. So
man, I be floating from team to team because I play with I don't want to, I don't want to pat myself too much on the back, but the big, he crazy. Okay. 73 big crazy because he got that gut.
Oh, straight up, okay. Stretch big.
He can play back to the basket. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They the name they gave him was Stretch Dimer. They was like he had shades of Sabonis, Kristaps Porzingis, and Joel Embiid.
No, so okay.
I could play with my back to the basket, and I got the gut.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Cause none of them boys want to play the big.
Oh yeah, no. So I know because Femi and his boys, I know when they get that, I see that message pop up on my PlayStation. It's like, we need you. We need a big. I was like, man, playing my boys right now. But they be catching me though. They was like, man, I be like, I really feel like stressing out. It's like I do it because to play with Reek, Femi, and his homeboys, you got to play a perfect game. That's all they expect.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this shit's stressful. they trying to blow out every team, and I can't blame them because with how like they're playing so much 2K right now. Like the lobbies that we get put in against in rec is crazy.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing but comp. Ain't nothing but
Mm-hmm.
competition in there when we go. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's it's always a dog fight and you gotta play perfect. But I mean it's
Ain't no room for
it's
error,
tough.
bro. Like
Man, ain't no room for
I
error.
don't,
I'm like, man,
I don't want to play like that all the time.
boy, what? And then being big, being the center is like right behind the point guard and the playmaker. It's like the second
Facts.
most important position. And I'm like, bro,
Facts.
I can't slack off any play. Like there's no play I can take the day off and be like, all right, I'm moving. No.
Nope. Punched. Get punched. Critical punch too.
Punched on, you get punched on, you let them get the offensive rebound, kicked it out for open three. It's God damn. I can't take a rest. I'm always on 10. I'm always on gold. And I gotta figure out how my point guard plays because not all point guards like
Yeah.
screens. Some point guards like screens. Some point guards like for me to sit at the wing. Like some point guards like for me to play my back to the back. I'm like, fuck.
Bro, for me, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I think we played maybe it was like might have been like 2K19, but I've always been, bro, play how you play. I'm gonna play how you play. And shit,
Nah, man,
we've been playing basketball
because
forever.
Taz at PG, he likes pick and roll sometimes, but he likes for me to play in the paint. And then it's like mostly paint, some on the outside, playing with Taz. I play with one of the famous homeboys. His name is Lee. All Lee want is screens. Like all he want, he just wants nothing but screens because he's either gonna pull when he's open or he's gonna catch me. He's gonna catch me down into the basket.
Mm-hmm.
I played with another PG where he ain't want no screens at all. He saw I can shoot. He was like, you stand on the wing right there. I'm gonna hit you every single time because as soon as the bigs start collapsing, you're gonna be open. You just got to green. And I think Reek at the guard, he was pretty much the same thing. He was wanting me to stand on the wing, leave the paint open. So I was like, bro, Jesus Christ, the niggas wanna play. The niggas wanna play zone, bro. Like you got me running around with a 70 speed, trying to
Gas.
cover a zone, trying to cover a 2-3. You trying to have me trying to cover the middle, bro. Man, I hate when niggas say that because they can't guard their man on the perimeter. But let's roll 2-3. Oh my God. I'm about to be hurt.
We finna use all these timeouts early.
Man, because I gotta watch for the back door. I gotta watch for the lob down. I gotta watch for the mid range. I gotta watch it, bruh. It was crazy. It's like because everybody else's job is easy to 2-3 because they just the people on the corners they just chilling. Sometimes they rotate up a little bit, rotate back, and then two up top they just floating around up top the whole time. Sometimes the furthest they go is to the wing.
Mm-hmm.
My black ass all interior just running around the circle trying to help out. And then I get, bro, what would be killing me is that in a 2-3, I can't get in no position to get any rebounds. I can't box out nobody.
Oh no.
I can't box out nobody. And I'm like, oh. and I know they understand. They understand, but in my head, I'm like, man, this is trash. Like, this is trash, man. Oh, God, almighty. I hate when people say that. I will never. It has to be. We had to be getting beat down for me to be like, y'all trying to run 2-3. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not with it at all, especially as a slow big.
Only time we ever played, if we were like you said, if we were getting beat and we couldn't stop nobody at all, nobody could stop them man, or we up big, we just want to embarrass them. Because at that point, if they can't score in general, we're gonna make sure you can't score at all now.
Those are the top 3 phases I hate to hear when we play 2K. And it's always the first couple sessions too. The guard is kicking ass. Y'all try 1-2-3.
No sir, lock in, lock in before I tweak out for real.
Y'all try 1-2-3. Man. Can y'all switch first? Can y'all try to switch?
Let's start there.
Who's the better defender? Look, can we do a switch first? Can we stay man, bro? Because I'm not trying to run all over the place. And like, oh my God, man. So 2K has done a better job with deep range threes. This 2K because I know the way to beat a 2-3 zone last year was have those two wing shooters just be like 3 feet from beyond the 3-point line. You can't do nothing about that.
Shooting at the volleyball line.
Yeah, but they can't really do that now. So I'm like, God, thank God.
That's good.
It's still stressful.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of people talk about it saying they like it. They're more pleased with this one than they were last year. So that's a positive.
Yeah, because it's a lot harder to make. It's a lot harder to make a big that can do it, a player that can do it all. Mm-hmm. Because even making a 6'9" PG, he's not going to be able to rebound. He's not going to be able to play defense in the paint. Or he's going to lack somewhere. And it's tough, man. It's tough. I think the Bills I have a problem against are the 7-3 defensive anchors that have everything in their defense maxed out. Like, bro, why are you out here? Why are you out here, bro? This man averages 15 boards a game. Like, what am I going to do with this? One dude gave me 30 rebounds. I had 17, but he still had 30. I'm like,
yeah. You just out there watching the rebounds at that point.
Man, what? And they was running zone. And I was like, I was waiting for somebody to say something too. I was waiting for somebody to be like, bro, he got 30 rebounds? Because I was like, first of all, y'all shot 20 for 60. So then his rebounds right there. Because y'all couldn't hit nothing. You couldn't hit nothing. He got maybe 5 offensive rebounds. 25 of them was off all y'all missed shots. Because I couldn't find the rim. It wasn't like he was out rebounding me. He kept getting rebound offensive possession after offensive possession. Because I had 17 boards, which means I was doing my job on the defensive end. He was just doing his job on the defensive end too, because y'all missed everything.
Right.
That team didn't miss. You see, they only missed 17 times. Y'all missed 30.
Hey yo, you stupid.
What I'm supposed to do with that, man? They literally shooting 50% better than us already. Whatever our percentage was, they were shooting at least twice as better already. We weren't winning that game. So the rebounds had nothing to do. I was waiting for somebody to say something. I forgot who I was playing with. I was waiting for somebody to say something. Don't you look at the rebounds and be like, that's the reason why we lost. Because I only put up 2 shots. My guard went 5 of 20. My small forward went 8 of like 19. My point guard didn't put up any shots. Like, don't you come down to these rebounds? This was a team losing effort.
5 of 20. When do you say, all right, maybe I shouldn't shoot the ball? Maybe I should get somebody else. 5 of a dub?
I forgot who it was. I was waiting for them to say something about the rebounds. I was going to snap like a number 2.
I couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait. And they didn't say that either because I was going to point out everything. I'm like, the boards were not the reason why we lost. We had 17 turnovers.
Jesus. Along with 40 missed shots.
Y'all need to calm it down. Yeah, nah. It is. I will say there are a couple of things I like to take from it. But at the beginning, I wasn't pleased. But now that I've got my player at a higher rep, he can bang with everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm pleased with it. I enjoy it. At first, I didn't enjoy it because I was like, bro, what is this? But then I found a player. So I was like, my issue was if I had to make a defensive anchor and had to play like everybody else, I was going to be upset.
Yeah.
I was going to be upset. But yeah. Nah, it's a good one. I played the beta for Call of Duty. I think smooth.
Okay.
Smooth.
I downloaded it this morning.
Yeah, I got me to Call of Duty come out. So I'm gonna be the streak coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be in the dungeon.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
I can't wait.
I got
Scuffy.
Huh?
I said, and I got my Scuff controller too.
Oh yeah.
I played
Okay.
with it. I played with it last night, man. It was freaky. It was freaky. I don't know how people play with paddles on the back of their controllers. I could not. I was trying to
Nah.
get adjusted.
Yeah.
I was trying to get adjusted, and I felt like I was gonna break my controller because I had got it customized to where the triggers are like mouse clicks. You don't pull all the way down; it's a click. I was pulling them. I was trying to aim and shoot. I was pulling that thing. I was like, let me put this down, man.
I'm already knowing.
And I was
Dang, bro.
pulling
I just
that
gotta
thing.
sit down and play the game, bro. Bro, I've been running. I gotta start running. Bro. I gotta play. I ain't played the game for real in weeks.
Oh yeah, no, that's a
Nothing.
fact. It's
Nothing.
about to be the same for me because once I get back
When you go to Seattle?
home,
When you go to Seattle?
I probably won't go back to Seattle for another couple of weeks.
Okay.
But once I get back home Thursday, Adair and I are heading out to Atlanta for our anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to turn right back around and come back out to Dallas Monday for the whole week. So I ain't going to see the game. I ain't going to see the game at all for the next 10 days.
about 2 weeks for real.
Yeah. Because I ain't taking the PlayStation with me to on the anniversary. I ain't trying to get the back of my head smacked. Leave it at the crib.
You playing the game?
Yeah, leave it at the crib. I might bring it with me to Dallas to
that week.
That week. So I can ground them on my place. That's all I'm gonna be able to do. I ain't gonna have no good Wi-Fi to do anything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can be able to play online.
Yeah, I'll be able to join the party.
Yeah. What you doing, Trey? I'm in the lab.
That's it.
Yeah.
I can't join the park. I can't come to the rec.
Because that ain't gonna make me mad. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna get kicked. This is after I go to Dallas next week, I won't have to travel for a little bit again. Seattle's not supposed to start up until February. And this is the final week out here in Dallas.
Okay, that's decent though.
So yeah, I got a couple of projects I got to do on the weekend. I'm gonna try to line up. I do have a project in Dallas. I mean in Philly. I'm gonna try to line up this weekend installation. On the weekend we have a home game. I'm gonna try to go to a game.
I feel that.
Get the work done on Friday and Saturday. File Monday.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, as always, Rio, it's been a pleasure. We didn't got so hyped up in the situation. This is 2 hours.
We talked about sports. We talked about sports for an hour.
Yeah. 2 hours. With 2 hours, Rio, and that's not even counting the time before I went live on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, we back to regular schedule program, bro.
We was ahead. Oh yeah. I'll be in Dallas next week. I just do the same thing with the iPad.
That's a bet. Yeah, that's where I'm on, bro.
Yeah, be more prepared. I just happen to be doing it again.
Yeah, that's a fact. And so yeah, we still gotta do the 1 year jump. At this point, it's gonna be 2 and 2 years, I guess.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be 2 years. Celebrate 2-year anniversary. We missed the first year.
Missed one, so we celebrate 1 and 2 all together.
That's a fact. I'm gonna see if I can. I got a couple people who said they wanted to come on. Let's see if I can get that situated.
All right.
Yeah,
that's a bet. I think. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add all the rest of the homies into it, bro. So go ahead and be ready to have your hash out,
man.
But most of them are Philly fans, so y'all gonna have a whole hoorah.
Whole shindig.
Yeah, y'all gonna be eyed to basketball season. Then that's when everything separates.
Yeah, that's a fact because I'm not looking forward to that at all. Man, one last thing. Hoss gonna call me after the Dennis Schroeder pickup and say, I like what y'all doing. I like y'all lineup, man. You're gonna have Pat Bev at the 1, Dennis Schroeder at the 2, and Russell Westbrook at the 3. So, Halsey, you don't get the fuck off my phone, man. So, no, hear me out. You got LeBron at the 4 and then AD at the 5. That's a crazy lineup, bro. That's crazy. I'm like, bro, you don't get off my phone.
Backcourt for the sound like World War III.
Man, I don't know what they doing. I mean,
I don't even know what depth you're asking for. What are you asking for?
I'm just glad I got football. I got football right now because my Lakers coming up in October when the season starts is not it. It's not it. I'm not looking forward to that at all. We're supposed to be trying to finalize a deal with the Utah Jazz.
For what?
But they're not. The Lakers aren't trying to mortgage their future to trade Russell Westbrook, which I understand because LeBron's leaving soon. I get it.
Yeah.
But God, told about it. We put ourselves in this situation. We didn't have to get Russell Westbrook. We didn't have to trade away Kyle Kuzma and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We didn't have to. We could have got DeMar DeRozan. And at the whole situation with Kyrie Irving and everything, the Pacers was willing to give us Buddy Hield and Miles Turner.
That stress ain't needed, bro. You got a lot of promise right now. You got Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. So we're gonna live on that train. We ain't even gonna worry about October right now.
Yeah. It's hurt season. Jalen Payne. Gotta stay strong, man. Gotta stay strong. He won't be able to carry me through my woes of the NBA season until however far we make it to the postseason. I'm not, man.
That's all I got forward to look to is Miami Heat basketball.
And with us being the Lakers, we're gonna be in the media.
Of course, yeah. As long as 623 is running the show, yeah.
Dirt.
Them lights are bright.
Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverly.
I don't know what you're adding. I don't know what the like. If you were gonna sign Dennis Schroeder, why would you sign Pat Bev?
Yeah, man. Let me take some. You know me. I'm gonna watch every Lakers game.
Absolutely.
But if we come out there with a starting lineup of Patrick Beverly and Russell Westbrook at the 1 and 2,
you're gonna see it at least once. I tell you what, no, I'm with you though, because I would think that Darvin would be a lot smarter than that.
No, because he's talking about bringing Russell Westbrook off the bench.
That's been a thing.
No, he's not going for that.
So you're gonna go ahead and sabotage the team early, huh? You already looking to lose.
I'm done, man. I'm done with the Lakers already.
Don't let that stress you out.
I know your pain when you said Baker Mayfield come to the Panthers. Ain't got nothing to look forward to. LeBron's past his prime. He can't carry a team anymore. AD, you're going to play 20 games the whole season. And we're going to have Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook out there running around the circles. With Austin Reeves.
Try to stay the ball for each other.
With Austin Reeves. Who else is that? What's the guard? We just drafted him. We got 6 guards. For no reason.
What guards I just drafted?
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Oh, I forgot.
So we got. Oh no, 7 guards. We got Russell Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, Scottie Pippen Jr. Max Christie, Patrick Beverly. Did I say Austin Reeves?
I bet you did. Kendrick Nunn?
So Kendrick Nunn, that's the 7th one. God. We Kentucky.
Bryant, Thomas Bryant, Damian Jones.
We Kentucky. We got 6 guards. We got 6 guards. This is love. This is love. This is what you look forward to in the NBA season right here, fellas. I remember we used to have Kobe and Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom.
Good times, right?
Shaq, Derek Fisher, Kobe. Big Game James. Now look at us. Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook, Austin Reeves, Kendrick Nunn, Max Christie.
8 guards. 8 guards deep.
8 guards deep.
Not a big insight.
With an agent Dwight Howard, accepting the veteran minimum, and Anthony Davis, who can't play more than 20 games. We used to be champions, Rio. Teams feared us. Teams feared playing the Lakers. We used to be champions. Champions. Now look at this. Teams make fun of us now. Teams do the gritty on our logo. Man.
Hey, man, go ahead, bro.
Sell the whole team, man. Sell the whole team.
Just start fresh at this point. This is the way, bro. It's
all right.
It's gonna be all right, though. Like I said, you got the Hurt Show for the next. I know for at least the next 18, 19 weeks. For a fact.
That's a fact. I need him in my life. He's my only shining light, silver lining in this whole situation. I love that, man.
I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy you got somebody you can root for, because you know that shit show that got out of Charlotte is crazy, man.
Hey, listen. At one point in time, we had a quarterback by the name of Sam Bradford. I'm old enough to remember our quarterback being Sam Bradford.
Yeah, that's tough. I forgot about Sammy B.
Yeah, that was big.
He was subpar.
He was stealing money.
About as bad as Gronk.
Gronk proved his worth. He was stealing money. Sam Bradford couldn't stay healthy for a fourth of the season, and he was still getting signed.
Yeah, to big bags too. Just
big bags
based off potential. Based off
3-4 year long deals, big bags.
We haven't seen this potential yet. Because it was a subpar show in the Lou. When he was in the Lou, it was a subpar show.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't get that the first time, but whatever.
That man made $130 million in the NFL of a contract.
Highway robbery. And ain't got no more than 10,000 pass yards. How many pass yards?
Man,
I forgot.
That man had a 1-year contract for the Cardinals this last year for $20 million.
Oh, he had 20,000. Really? Yeah, 20,000 pass yards? I would have never guessed that.
Signing bonus was $10 million. And the total guarantee was $15 million for 1 year. Free agent.
Damn. I was way off. He had almost 20,000 passing yards.
From the Eagles, 2-year contract, $36 million. 22 guaranteed.
He did.
And for the Rams, he made $78 million, $50 million guaranteed. So he at least had $100 million guaranteed. Just trash his whole career. Had $100 million guaranteed. Made $100 million guaranteed. Trash. Man, he got a book or wherever that book is. I need it. Wherever his sports agent was Tom Condon. I need it. Tom was swindling.
Oh, getting over them people.
That man's up there selling that snake oil. He's selling that snake oil. Boy.
Sam Bradford's the guy, man. You can do a lot of things for you. Lie to their face.
Swindling.
Said he was swindling.
I probably saw Sam Bradford play like 7 games for the Eagles.
Sam Bradford's never had a winning season. Never.
And he $100 million guaranteed. In a matter of 9 years, my man was averaging $10 million a year. Being trash.
Being garbage cans. How do you... That was AP era, though, right? Him and AP went to Oklahoma together. Is that right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was how he got that nod. AP out there running through the entire defense, got Sam Bradford looking like the next Joe Montana.
You want to know what's crazy? What's crazy is if you chop Tom Brady's 20-year seasons in half to make it 9 or 10, right? Like Sam Bradford, they made the same amount.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
He's made $230 million in 20 seasons. It'd be about $115 million in 10 seasons, which that's how much Sam Bradford.
And what do you play? 9 years?
9 years.
That's ridiculous.
I dare say, you and I are 2 black moms saying goodbye.
That's a fact.
There's a fact. I do need to go to bed. I gotta be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I gotta go to South Carolina in the morning, boy. Dang.
Ooh. Boy, them boys said, yeah, we're gonna be here at 4. Yeah. And I'm leaving by 12. I don't care what y'all say, what y'all do. By 11, I'm out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Rio.
Brother, man, be good, dog. Be safe, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
You be safe too out there in South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They still out here flying Trump flags. I guess 2021.
Oh, yeah. You definitely watch yourself out there.
2020. When did he get elected? 2020? 2018? Shit, I can't remember. 2017? 2017. 2017. Yeah. All right, brother, man.
Be good.